Yes, you read the title. This is a game about drugs in Roblox. I guess it's educational for kids, so apparently this is what doing drugs feels like. No, this is not a Jake song. Here we are, Smiley Face or whatever this game is called. Happy world with happy people? I think not. Let's uncover the truth behind this game. We start in a quirky, old-fashioned house. Everything feels like a relic from the past, and even the sounds have an old-school vibe. Just listen to the jumping sounds, you guys. Our morning routine begins with a little detour. There's a talking flower that catches our attention.
It's a beautiful day outside. Birds are singing.
A flower that eats seeds? Odd. There are strange pictures hanging around the house too, but let's move on. After heading downstairs, we hit a snag. Our keys were missing. Thankfully, we have a spare somewhere. While exploring the house, we stumbled upon a closet key. Inside the closet, a storage key. And in the storage room, finally the key we've been hunting for. Oh, and not to mention, our character mentioned weird things about the house and themselves, like a door being opened on multiple occasions, him not remembering anything about yesterday, and many more. Our next task, collect medicine from the mysterious flame guy. On our way, we encountered more strange things. A hungry plant and a frowning plant. There's probably some lore behind this plant. We'll talk about that in a second. Walking further out, we saw a missing poster for Flame Guy's child, Junior. Wait, isn't Flame Guy the one who gives us the meds? Something's definitely off. Moving forward, we meet a bird that speaks Spanish, I think. We shoot away and grab its seeds. Remember those plants that wanted seeds? One's Mr. Flower and the other the hungry plant. This is what happened when you give it to them. Mr. Flower is an ungrateful piece of shit, and the other one just wants to starve. Back on track, we finally meet Flame Guy, the med supplier. But there's a problem. He's out of meds and clearly stressed. He seems to be in a bit of worry. Then we meet Zachary and surprise, our character finally has a name. Thomas. Thomas tells Zachary about his mission to find his hidden meds, to which Zachary replies, "You can't keep doing this to yourself." Thomas was confused as it was just normal meds. Zachary again said, if you were to stop taking those meds, then you would get to see the real world. Confused? So is Thomas. But he finds the meds and continues his unusually long stroll. How long has he been walking? He's too out of it to remember. Eventually, Thomas stumbles upon something strange in the distance, something transparent that looks like a plain image. Suddenly, we're transported to another world. Our character switched to our Roblox avatar, and the dialogue takes a complete 180. We might now be in a view of a different character. We seem to have arrived here by car, but at the moment we're out of gas and there's no signal. With no other choice, we decide to go towards the motel only to find a dead end. Exploring the place, we saw our last character, Thomas, sitting in front of a grave with a photo placed on it. Upon closer inspection, the photo looks a lot like Flame Guy and his family. Here's a theory. Could Thomas be the one who kidnapped Flame Guy Jr.? Flame Guy is the distributor, so for free meds, Thomas might have kidnapped Flame Guy's kid, which would explain why Flame Guy seemed so broken during their conversation. He got his family taken away from him. And Flame Guy's family? This could be who they were. The flowers. Waddle or Mr. Flower is the child, and the frowning plant, the mother. What would a mother feel when a child is gone from their arms? A mother without her child would naturally be sad and worried, like the blue flower constantly in the shade. Thomas's house having its door open on multiple occasions could mean someone has been searching for Waddle, but it could completely be the opposite since there are pictures hung up of Thomas and Flame Guy. They seem to be a happy group of friends, and in this scene, we see that Thomas is the one burying Flame Guy or his family. But that's all just a theory. But there is a more accurate one coming up, so stay tuned. After touching a strange symbol on a tree, we end up in another scene, meeting a bizarre character who mentions Flame Guy. This dialogue suggests that Flame Guy might be dead. But wait, doesn't this character looks familiar? This scene right here. Alright, pause. See that picture over there? It's all connected somehow. As we walk further, things get even weirder. The people in this new place are strange. I'd like to think this is a neighborhood of drug addicts, and we're led to a cave. Inside, there's a split path. To the left, an entity wants us to take our meds. After interacting with it, the scene turns into a psychedelic rainbow maze with no exit. An endless loop. A metaphor for the endless loop of despair drugs can trap you in. That's why you don't take drugs, kids. Returning to the cave and taking the right path, we come face to face with ourselves. The scene then shifts to the missing poster of Flame Guy Jr. What does it all mean? After finishing the game, here's another theory, which I find more accurate. Flame Guy and Thomas are both drug addicts and best friends. Flame Guy seemed broken during their conversation because of his worries for his family's future. Eventually, Flame Guy died from an overdose, which is why Thomas had to bury him. But Thomas doesn't remember any of that. The sad flower represents Flame Guy's wife and how she's feeling. The death of Flame Guy shook Thomas deeply, and that's why near the end we were at Spawn, meaning Thomas is back at the start again, and that's why Thomas was given two choices: to use drugs to immobilize the pain of Flame Guy's death, or go clean. If we go to the path on the right, the last scene of the missing poster might suggest that Thomas, after seeing the missing poster again, realized how screwed up he and his friend's life has been.